Hello, everybody, and welcome to Die Room Open Mic with your producer, McCrae, and your host, Janelle. Janelle is out there. We already recorded this episode. Janelle, we are doing a different project, so I had to leave the camera there. And when I grabbed the video, I only grabbed the middle piece, so we don't have the beginning, we don't have the ending. But it sounded something like that. Me and Janelle just got back from vacation. So we kind of start talking about vacation. I'm back from Florida. She's back from the Virgin Islands. I start talking about how Minnesota winters are really terrible and how, you just have to kind of break up the monotony of Minnesota winters by getting away on vacation. And I think that's where we leave off. So I'll see you guys at the end of the episode.
Okay, so where we left off,
Minnesota winters. You gotta break it up. It's cold AF here, and I get a little bit like not seasonal depression, but just like the winter blues where I'm just like,
Well, you can't do anything. You can't go outside. It's gray everywhere, or it's
gray
There's
and
no
white
sun
everywhere.
Yes. It really takes a toll.
So where'd you go, McCrae?
I went to Orlando, Florida.
Ooh.
I know it was beautiful. I went to Epcot.
Nice.
I drank around the world. First time I've ever done that.
That's
that was
so
a blast.
fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. I'm bummed out. I was supposed to go see Steve Moses, winner of 19 or
17.
17. Oh. My problem is that I just got like super, super hammered in Florida. Then I basically had like a 2-day hangover. And then by the time that Steve and me could hang out, like I had to pack and I dropped the ball. I feel bad. I love that guy. He's the best. One of the coolest alumni.
Yeah, I've met him in Orlando before.
He's a good guy. You went to the John Mayer concert?
No, the John Mayer concert was canceled.
Oh, no.
I was all packed. That's why I went to the Virgin Islands, because I was supposed to be at the John Mayer concert for like 2 days, and I had like scheduled out my work. And because John Mayer actually got COVID and canceled the Pittsburgh concert, and so I was like, shit, I've got like 2 days, and so I moved things around and did all of my work those days, and I just left. I was like, I need to get out of here. My bags are already packed, so I should go.
And if anyone wants to rent your...
Oh, yeah. My villa is for rent on Airbnb. It's under Periwinkle Cottage. Or you can go to Periwinkle Cottage Coral Bay, my Instagram page, and you can see my house for rent. We are almost completely sold out for next winter, but...
Whoa. If you give me a link, I can put the link in the description.
For sure.
Click it
and I think another... fan like a long time ago had said we should do a special on investing in Airbnbs, which I think I'm a super nerd. I think it's the coolest thing ever. So I would definitely want to do a podcast of that. I think it'd be cool.
To be honest, I would be in because that's something that it's like, I want to start doing that. Like, I need to start making my money work for me because I need to start making real people money. Yeah. Instead of fake people money.
It's ridiculous.
She's fine.
She knows no boundaries. She really loves McCrae a lot.
Let's see, what else do we have? I mean, the last time that we talked was before the season finale.
So before the season finale of Celebrity BB, yes. I thought Celebrity Big Brother this year was pretty good. The finale was even better, though. Didn't you think?
It was pretty awesome, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what they were saying at the end while they were putting their keys in, I'm like, yes. The people that play Big Brother now would never have the balls to say that.
Yes.
Which is... It's sad. That's why Celebrity BB is so great, because they just don't care.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I know this is going to be TV time. I know that, like, I know this is going to be good. Like, the Todd Bridges eye roll.
Oh my gosh, so good.
That's going to go down in history. Yes. We'll always use that.
It's going to be a gift forever.
Yep. What'd you think about the winner?
I mean, very well deserved. She totally deserved it. She played great. I mean, she didn't have really any opposition, and she played against people that didn't know how the show worked or anything about the show. So
again, you have to give her credit for like being with Todrick, because I think that really helped her just like navigate through the game. Plus, like Todrick ended up putting out a lot of those fires that might have ended up having to be a challenge for her later on.
Yeah, they worked well together, I thought.
Absolutely. Yes. Do you know any of the fallout post?
So,
What do you
I mean, the
have for
Shayna
dates?
stuff with her boyfriend. I was there. Because I follow Shayna on Instagram.
Mm.
I saw it live. I was like, wait, what am I? And I was like, still waking up. It was probably like 7 in the morning in California, but it was like 9 a.m. here. And I was like, having my morning coffee, and I was like, looking through Instagram, and immediately he came up, and I'm like, what's this?
What is happening?
And I was like, wait, who is that? And I was like, oh shit, is that her? Oh my god, it is.
Like, I feel so bad for her because it's like, oh yeah, big night, finale night.
Yes.
Everyone's like enjoying themselves, having fun, and then
And she's
like,
got this psycho that's probably like, you're not giving me enough attention.
exactly.
I need attention.
He's jealous because she's getting all the attention in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's a big nobody.
that dude makes me so upset.
I
He's
know.
So annoying. And then later on,
But the way he was talking was so angry and like aggressive.
it was like manic, like just like
it was aggressive. Like
Yeah.
if she would have been near him, she would have gotten hurt.
Yes, it was. Yes, that is the weirdest thing about social media now is just watching like people have mental breakdowns live.
Oh my God.
It is so bizarre.
Yeah, that was really crazy. I felt really scared for her.
I
hope she's for good out of that relationship.
But the next part of it.
The interview where she was making excuses for him.
Oh really?
Oh my God, McCrae. Yes.
No, you gotta juice me in on this.
Yeah,
stuff. I need to know.
so basically after that, the embarrassment, he like went on and like he got arrested and this and that. She filed charges that he pulled her hair out and he pushed her around, and she put a restraining order, emergency protective order on herself that lasted for like 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
And the day that the order was up, she says she's pregnant.
Yes,
And I'm like, and then the interview was like really weird. I'm like, is she going back to him? Like, I'm so confused.
Do you think that she was faking pregnancy?
Well, I know that, I mean, it's extremely rare to get pregnant if you're 42.
Oh, that's how old she is?
I'm 42. I know that I can't even get pregnant. Like, she's 46.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to have some sort of in vitro assistance of some sort.
Well, and then
it's like a 1 in 100 chance.
Yeah, well then also like what is the timeline? When did she get pregnant? Before Big Brother?
Right before.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
And then even then it's probably pretty early, right?
Yeah.
That's like gotta be pretty early to find. I don't know. Like I didn't think about the like could be fake thing until you were like, well, she's trying to like she's trying to like justify.
Like
why
if she
she's
were
gonna be
pregnant,
with
she'd be like, oh well, we're gonna work things out.
Exactly.
Which I don't want to see happen. I
No.
think she should leave his ass.
No. As soon as I heard that, I was like, now you are tied to this scumbag forever.
Forever.
Like what a mistake. Like
he's literally like scum of the earth. He is pretty good looking, but still.
Yeah, he's a hunk.
I mean, I wouldn't throw him out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. No, he's a hunky dude. Yeah, I felt bad about all that stuff. It was just like, it's gonna be sad to keep on keeping track of that. It
Oh
really
my
is gonna
god, I
hurt me.
know. I hope that she's gonna be okay.
Let's talk about AFP.
Yeah, so
Huge
robbed.
surprise. Huge surprise.
I mean, Shayna was robbed.
Yeah, 100%. And like everyone
Do
in
you
the
think
world.
it was rigged?
No, because what would be the point? If they were gonna rig it, they would rig it for her to win.
Yeah.
Because everyone loved her so much, Like, what would be the point of rigging it?
I don't know.
Exactly. Like, to me, it's like, I bet Carson has so much fan base because think about how long he's been on TV.
Yeah.
He was a part of, like, some of the first reality televisions.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has, like, just a huge fan base
Yeah.
that I don't know about, but I'm guessing that's what it must have been.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed, of course. I was, like, just waiting for her to be crowned the winner, but...
Yeah, I thought that was bizarre. Have you seen anything about Spoiler King?
Oh, yeah, he's been tweeting up a storm.
Scumbag.
He's DM'd me before, too. I have nothing to do with him.
My goal is to get rid of all those people from the
They're
community.
not going to go away, and if you get rid of one, another one's going to spring up.
But I have all the time in the world to just sit and...
They're looking for attention.
I know, that's the biggest issue. Is that
they want to be noticed, and they want to be heard.
But, yes, so basically, like... I mean, I got rid of Real Vegas, if you know... Do you remember...
I don't know who that is.
It, like, back in the day, like, maybe 5 years ago or something, there was an account that was like, I work at Big Brother, and here's all the spoilers.
Oh, my gosh.
And, like... No, eventually I found out their real name, and I got them off the internet, which was great, and I think I got them
How did
fired
you find
from-
out their real name? Were they really on set?
I think that they were a PA. I think they had, like...
That's so embarrassing.
Yes,
Those
and,
people
like...
get paid, like, minimum wage.
I know.
And they're, like, bottom of the barrel.
Well, basically, yeah.
You're basically a gopher. Like, go get me water.
100%.
Go get me water.
And like,
go walk over here and drop this off.
yes, they're gone now. But yes, Spoiler King has got my. I'm now like, because they said like, oh, Shayna has AFP in the bag. My sources tell me Shayna has AFP. And like, that's the easiest prediction in the world.
Yeah.
We would have predicted that. You know, I could have made a fake account and been like,
right.
"It's what's gonna happen.
That's what's gonna happen, guys."
Yeah. And then when
I got inside info.
Yeah, and then when it didn't happen, he's like, "My source has been wrong about AFP 2 times already." So,
whatever.
and it's like, well, then don't use that source. Why do you keep using that source?
They're just making it up, McCrae.
It's all baloney.
Yeah.
Baloney. And then there's Spoiler Girl. Do you know about that one?
Of course I know Spoiler Girl. She was doing my season.
So, Spoiler Girl just yesterday came into my DMs because she saw that I am against Spoiler King, and she was like, "I know who it is." Blah blah blah.
What?
Yeah. So
this person does not work at a network.
She's
just.
People thought that Spoiler Girl was that soap star.
It's not. It was basically it's the same. It's the same spoilers that people get all the time, and they just make it their own.
Yes,
they
exactly.
spin it.
Well, and there's a part of me that's like, I want to make an account like that, and I just want to do fake predictions and see how.
I should make one too. Look out for that.
Yeah, exactly. And then the ultimate best would be like to get a huge following, and then just be like, it was me all along. I didn't have any spoilers. You guys are all stupid for following me. Like, that's what I want to do so badly.
Who is the time for that? Come on.
Man, I mean, once this podcast gets going, we might have the time. We might have the time. I don't know why, but I love all that stuff. I hate scammers.
I hate scammers, and I don't like the spoilers.
No.
But the last 2 seasons I've done with Big Brother were spoiled by. The first season in season 14 was spoiled by the Hance family.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so Russell's little brother or something was doing it, and his nephew, who's the nephew? Brandon, whatever.
Brandon.
They were going into Survivor Sucks and spoiling it and I don't know how they were doing it. And then there was this phone tag going on where James Ryan asked me if I was doing it. I said yes, and then I don't even know. I think Rachel Riley called me, but she's like, "Are you doing it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then like other people found out that I was doing it, but everyone thought it was me and Rachel doing it.
Why didn't they call Rachel that season?
Because she had just done 13.
Oh yeah.
And she had just won it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. It all gets blended.
But yeah, it is what it is. So weird though.
No, yeah, I don't know. I think those kind of accounts are just like bad for the community. I think they spread like malicious lies. They spread fake stuff that hurts people's reputations, and it's not even real stuff. You know, like there's some fun in it or whatever, and like I get that, but also the other thing is that like they're like, I don't like Todrick, but the stuff that they say about Todrick is just like, well, Todrick could never prove if it's true or false. So then you're just slandering someone's name, and like 10,000 people are just like, yeah, eat this up. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think it's bad for the community. It looks bad. Like, it just looks like a trashy community, which it is. But
well, yeah, I mean, all spoilers are trash. That's how I feel about it.
I agree, absolutely. But you know, before we go to the end of the break here, you know, you were talking about Survivor.
Yes.
We're gonna,
oh my gosh.
We're gonna talk about Survivor at the end of the break. Do you remember Brandon Hance's season? He had 2 seasons,
Briefly.
right? He dumped
one of them.
rice.
He got like out. He got like out of it, right? Kicked out, or
that was a bizarre one. Where Jeff was like, "All right, like we're not even gonna go to the challenge because they're gonna throw it," and then they're like, "Brandon, just come over here." Like it was like during the challenge.
Not on camera. She's like growling at me. She's like, "What is your problem?"
But yeah, Brandon Hance, lunatic, dumped the rice, I believe, and Jeff booted him out.
Well, the Hance family, they're just different.
Yes.
Well, Willie Hance threw pig rinds at me.
That's right.
Pork rinds.
Pork rinds.
He got in Joe's face.
That was the all-time best.
And he was super aggressive, and he was very controlling.
I'm glad they booted him. Or like that was like the all-time.
Crazy.
Yes, exactly. Like someone was gonna get hurt, and like good. Like Chef Joe is Chef Joe, but like good for Chef Joe to like take it and like.
I know.
It's one of my all-time favorite moments in Big Brother.
That's when they got the headbutt.
Yeah, I love all the bad moments of Big Brother. Like Justin Seebick with a knife. That's another one of my favorite moments. I love that stuff. That's so funny. All right. On the other side of this, we're gonna be talking about the newest season of Survivor.
Oh my
we'll
God.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back!
With sprinkles.
With sprinkles. Special guest. You got anything to say, sprinkles?
This is my English golden doodle, by the way.
English golden doodle.
I told McCrae, I was like, is she more English golden or is she more poodle? I don't know.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, well, she's very smart.
Okay, so, Survivor. You are a big Survivor fan. Correct.
Huge. Like, one of the biggest Survivor fans of all time. When I did the Amazing Race 31, my favorite part of doing the race was going to sequester and talking to Rupert for 2 days and smoking cigs with him.
Oh, that's
and then Corinne
awesome.
and Eliza were there too.
Yep. Classic. Friends of the family.
Oh my god. So, yeah, Rupert combined with Eliza and Corinne, they were like, oh my god, they were like, you're like a huge, huge Survivor fan, because I was asking like crazy questions. I was like, hey Rupert, like day 4 in All Stars, when you said this, what did this mean? I was like, and they're like, how do you know all this?
What's your history with Survivor? Where did you
I've
start?
watched it since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I've watched season 1 all the way. I didn't like last season. I thought it was garbage.
Do you remember like how big Survivor was? Like the first season, it was like required to everyone in the world watch that show.
It was like 20 million.
Yeah, it was insane. I remember it being like just a social thing, or like everyone in the world was talking about it.
It was a big deal.
Huge.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and look how far they've fallen.
Well, it's because they haven't mixed it up, I think, don't you?
I mean, yeah, Jeff is trying to. My biggest issue is I do not like Jeff.
I
don't like him.
I think he's a good host.
He's not a bad host, but like now I'm watching Australian Survivor and their host Jonathan. He's great. I love Jonathan. But I think they tried to mix it up last season.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't. I don't know. It was like they were trying too hard, or they didn't like. You have these like core elements of the game. You don't have to go too far outside of that. You just have to do minor tweaks. I don't know. So you didn't like it? Did you like any characters?
No, I thought last season sucked.
I don't remember one.
Because they're not memorable. No. They all sucked.
Yeah.
Last season sucked. The best season most recently was the Winners one.
Winners at War.
Winners at War.
That was a good one. That was fun.
I liked that one. I mean, all of my favorite players wrote right away, but at least I got to see them again.
Do you have a favorite season of Survivor?
Of course.
What is it?
Heroes versus Villains.
That's an awesome season.
That's the best one in my opinion.
I think that is the best season.
It is so good.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so good.
That was like right around 14 too.
I know so many people from that season too.
Mm-hmm.
It was before season 14.
It was like a year maybe, right? Because that's when I started getting back into. Oh really?
No, it was like 5 years before season 14.
Of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember.
So that was like Heroes vs. Villains would have been like 2010 or 11 maybe?
Okay.
Oh, so 2 years.
Yeah. It all gets confused.
I know. My other favorite is Fans vs. Favorites.
I don't know if I've watched that one. Who was on that one?
Okay, so those are my 2 favorite seasons. So Heroes vs. Villains was like Villains Tribe, Heroes Tribe. And the Heroes Tribe sucked. And, they tried to get it together, but they were just so naive and they believed the villains. Russell Hantz was on the Villains Tribe, so it was Rob, so it was Courtney, Sandra, all those people. Parvati. And basically the villains tricked them. And, like, JT gave Russell Hantz a hidden immunity idol.
Oh, that's right. And JT was coming in and everyone was, like, hype on JT, right? I thought people liked him a lot.
Bad.
But he, like, lost everything. Because he was good on his first season, right?
He was really bad at Heroes vs. Villains.
Yeah.
And he was also kind of rude to the women, too. So, whatever. It's like, bye.
Yeah.
Now, Fans vs. Favorite has my all-time favorite Survivor moment.
I think I know what it is.
And that's when the Black Widow Brigade convinced Eric, the ice cream scooper, to give his necklace to Natalie.
That's an all-time moment.
I love it. It was, oh my god,
awesome.
It was so good, you guys. That was my favorite moment.
That was super
I'm a huge Suri fan.
Okay.
I'm a huge Parvati fan. I
who's
even
your
love
number one?
Amanda, and I haven't seen her. She hasn't been on a recent season in forever, but I would love to see her play again.
She won Amazon?
She
China?
got final 2 twice and lost.
Oh, okay.
She's just like a nice person.
The worst part about Survivor is I cannot remember anyone's name.
See, I can, as long as they're repeats, as long as they keep coming back. I'm like, okay. And sometimes I'm just like, just keep coming back.
Just bring them back. Yeah, exactly.
Just keep bringing them back because
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe that's why I didn't like last season. It was all new people, and I was like, ugh, these people suck. I don't really want to get to know them. It was just a really difficult season to watch. It was boring.
Well, tonight, dating this, is the premiere of the new season.
Yes.
You didn't like last season, but what do you want to see out of this season?
So what I want to see out of this season is I want to see like more flashy moves, not as many twists and turns, not as many idols, not as many opportunities to save yourself. I want to see like gameplay, you know, and strategy, not just like, oh, like I walked into the jungle and I tripped on an idol and here I am.
They were passing them out.
I know,
Basically
it's
passing them out.
stupid.
Well, and then also that one guy got the like Monty Hall problem where he got to choose what's behind
so
door number
stupid.
3, and he's like, "Oh, safety, cool, great." Like,
Who's safe? You're safe.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
safe. You're safe. You're all safe. And there's like
it's
2
like,
people.
what are you supposed? How are you supposed to play around that
It's
stuff?
stupid. Yeah, so I hope that they get rid of the twists and the safety things.
But they filmed these seasons back to back, so I'm guessing like this format will be the same as the last season's
Then
format.
it's gonna suck again.
Yes. Basically, there's been no promo. I haven't seen
know.
anything about it.
I didn't even know it was starting tonight.
The last time they did that, where there was no promo, basically, was one of their controversial seasons. This last couple seasons ago, it was
Which
like
one was controversial with the sexual guy?
I think that's I think it might have been Spilo's season. Dan Spilo. Dan
Is that who did it?
Yeah.
Oh. He's a talent manager in New York, and he was like hitting on younger girls or something.
I'm a Spilo
And they're like,
defender.
please stop touching me. And he was like, oh, you don't want to be touched? No, you're a freaking 55-year-old perv.
I've heard a lot of stuff about that, a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Really?
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air, but yeah, Dan Spilo. No, that was a crazy one. But yeah, I don't know anything. The only thing I know about this season is that there's a person on it who played in Sequester.
Okay.
Sequester, if you don't know, is a game show designed by Audrey Middleton.
Our girl Audrey.
Yeah.
I'm friends with her. You're friends with her.
Yeah, she's the best.
She's cool.
She's so awesome. And she designed a game that's like Big Brother, like Survivor, and they play it in a house in Atlanta, and she films it all. It's like, if you guys are craving like some role-playing game or whatever content, go find Sequester. It's a great watch. But yeah, Tori was on 2 years ago.
Okay.
And Tori, she's a gamer. Absolutely. So like, there's something to look forward to.
Yes.
But also, she's got like anti-vax / QAnon / not great person online persona, I guess. So I'm curious, like maybe that's where some controversy comes in. I don't know. But she seems like a classic, like, I'm guessing they'll portray her as like girl next door. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing like she might have some fans, but I don't know. Look out for Tori.
I'm excited to see tonight's episode.
Yeah.
I will be tuning in, absolutely.
What do you think about them doing Fiji always? That's where they are, right?
Well, it's cheaper to film there, and it's with the COVID and everything. I mean, it just makes more sense.
But they've been doing Fiji for the past 20 seasons.
But does it really matter? To me, it doesn't. It's the gameplay and the characters.
I agree. But I like the B-roll that they like. You see all the bats swarming out of a tree. Like that stuff is cool. But also,
They used to have a bigger budget, though, didn't they? Because they used to make more money.
that's probably true.
And if they stay in Fiji, they can just keep their equipment there.
Yeah,
and they don't have to cart it around to another island. It probably keeps the cost really.
It's 100%. It's all about cost. But the last season of Survivor Australia, because of COVID, they basically were like, we're gonna just shoot in the outback. So like it's got I think that was season 2 of Survivor Outback.
Yeah.
I think. But it's like it just feels awesome to see like new landscape. There's snakes or whatever.
That's cool.
I know, it's awesome. Where to me, it's like, I didn't think it'd make much of a difference, but like seeing mountains and like just different landscape in between those little shots and stuff.
I mean, if we're talking about different islands and different areas, I really liked Africa when they shot Africa.
And no, we watched
Panama was good.
We watched the Amazon and we watched China, but like I love that where it's just like a different view, like different animals and stuff like that, and also just different
more monkeys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing where it's like I understand why they do it in Fiji, but also like I'd like to see them not get hit by a tornado storm once the season.
Right.
You know, like always every season it's
a freaking hurricane.
Always.
It's a tropical storm.
Yeah, to me it's just like don't shoot.
It's just like, oh look, it's raining again.
Again, every season is the same bit about like, oh man, it's coming down, and then one person that's like, I don't even care. You know, like every season.
They're looking at craving some camera time. Like, I love it. I'm gonna go do yoga in the rain.
Yeah, it's always something like that. I can't remember if we talked about it, but would you do it?
Okay, so you guys know that I'm doing another show this spring.
Can't talk about it.
I can't say what it is, but after doing that show, I've decided I should not do Survivor.
There's the tough part about Survivor is like it's hard on your body.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's so hard. And the last show I did was very hard. I'm like, yep, I'm good.
Well, Laurel, she was on Death Island or whatever.
Yeah.
When she came back, I saw her basically like the day she came back. She showed me her body, like she had gouges where like flesh-eating bacteria had eaten away at her skin. Like it was crazy stuff where I was just like, that is like, do they pay you for that? That's your body getting all messed up from it.
That's crazy.
I don't like that.
I know, I have a huge scar from the last competition I did, from the last show I did. Like, and it's like this long.
Well, that's one of those things where it's like, they don't pay you to do that.
No.
They don't pay you for, like, whatever treatment you have to, like, to heal your scars and stuff like that. They never do that.
No.
They should. You have a new project coming up that we also can't talk about. But in that, yeah, I mean, what we've been shooting.
Oh, yes.
So, like, let's not talk about it. But in it, you talk about unionizing.
Yes. So that's something Rachel and I have talked about.
I thought I was the only one.
No, so a lot of people know this, but I used to be in the Screen Actors Guild union, and I was unionized then, and I got health care, and I got tons of benefits, and they always paid us a lot of money. And I always felt like it was beneficial. I think one of the very first people that got the union going was, who's the guy that Judy Garland was best friends with? Mickey Rourke. No, the other one. Not Mickey Rourke.
The Stare.
No, older. Mickey.
Mickey Rooney?
Mickey Rooney.
Okay.
Mickey Rooney in like the early 1920s, I think, or something, made this thing where he made the Screen Actors Guild Union because the producers and networks were making like tons of money and the actors and talent weren't making anything. And with reality TV being so big and it's getting bigger and bigger and people are kind of spreading out, they lock you into these crazy contracts where you can't do anything for 2 years. These contracts are stupid.
It's that, but it's also like there's no protections.
There's no protection.
There's no like mental health protections where we can see in the UK the people that go are like the suicide rate for Love Island or whatever is insane.
Same with The Bachelor too. There's been suicides with The Bachelor.
No, and to me that it's exploitation. They exploit people like me that are poor. You know, that just like, please, I'll do anything for money, you know? Yeah. And they exploit us, and then they abuse our mental health, and then they throw us away, and they're just like, bye, and they never talk to us again.
Right.
You know, we might get a DR, or like a therapist will call you to check up, but it's like, what are they going to do? They'll all be like, you can talk to this person that I know, you still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
There's no protections. It's criminal, and I talk about it all the time, and everyone I talk to laughs at me.
I don't think it's out of the realm of happening. I think with the right people in Hollywood or whatever, I think reality stars could be unionized eventually because they keep working in reality TV.
It's the cheapest show to produce.
It's a cheap show.
Cheap to produce, and the companies are making money hand over fist. All the commercials that they play during those episodes, all that stuff. They are making so much money off of us, and then again, they just throw us away. Like,
I know.
It's sickening to me.
So they should have to, I agree with the unionization. Like, if you use someone, you have to keep them in the pot, and you can, like, they can work and do another job, like, maybe not even on camera, just be in the union. Like, hey, I want to do camera work, or I want to do this opportunity.
Yes, something.
Like, something.
And yes, health care.
Yes.
I mean, for, like, 3 years. You know, like, some sort of, like, it doesn't have to be outrageous, but, like, something meaningful and something that... Yes, there's too much pain.
I think if Rachel Riley moves back to Hollywood, I could see her doing that because she Yeah, she
That's
loves that.
that's my new mission statement for this
Yeah.
podcast. I think we need to figure out how to get unionized.
Absolutely.
I love that so much. That
I do
really makes
too.
me happy. No, when I heard that, when you say that, I was like, I literally thought I was the only person that ever talked about unionizing.
because I used to work in Hollywood as an actress. So I
You
was
get
like,
it. Yeah, you get that.
I
everyone else
get
is in
the
unions.
benefits, and
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I'm putting my time and my efforts and my life on hold, and I'm doing all these things. I should be protected too.
Absolutely.
You know, like once I'm in the union, I pay my dues and I do my work.
Well, and think about
Let me stay in the union.
the content, or like if I went on Big Brother and I knew I was unionized, I knew that like basically I couldn't get necessarily in trouble, or I couldn't get canceled, or
Right.
I would have like
You couldn't get canceled.
I mean,
love
well,
that.
but like you would have like protections like union members have.
You
Like,
could still work in the union.
but I would like, I'm gonna play the hell out of this game,
Right.
because then I have an even better chance of going on a different show. Like,
Hey everybody, so I know there's no ending to this, so me and Janelle, as you guys heard in this episode, we've been working on something else, and so I had to leave the camera at her place. I have the ending to this. I mean, we basically like throw it away, or we say, hey, bye everyone, basically right after this conversation, but I have it. It's just I don't have it with me anymore. It's at Janelle's house, so that's why this one ends kind of abruptly. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on Diary Room Open Mic. Bye-bye.